One of the one of the big moments in the pilot is the accident scene, or it's this scene where myself and Ken Topher have to go to a car crash in the middle of the night off the highway and or freeway, whatever you Americans call the motorway. And Pierre, who's directing it, decided that'd be a great idea for TC to not wear a jacket because that would be cool, and Ken got to wear a jacket, which was cooler. And it was cold, dude, and we had rain, it was cold. But essentially, he was a little boy who, he's got a spinal injury, and his spinal column has actually been separated from his neck. So we have to be very, very careful, and actually have to cut him out. It's actually quite cool, except because of the way that the vehicle, the car was collapsed in itself, had to jump in over the sunroof, and then kind of do this whole impromptu mini operation type thing while they're actually cutting through. While the firemen are actually cutting through the car and the door itself, and I just be holding him, and sparks were flying and all that kind of stuff. And then we get him with the helicopter on a spinal board and actually get him in and do an operation. And then that became a big moment because Ragosa is explaining to TC how to actually do it, because TC actually can't fully do it, which is a first. And that was good because it showed Ken and Topher and TC. They had this dynamic where they know what's going on, and it's all very impromptu and very raw and very gritty in terms of they don't quite follow, right? This is not quite fully how it should be done, but they're going to do whatever they can to make it work. And the boy himself doesn't even have any medical coverage, but they still bring him in because that's what they do. Because I think for medics who've worked in, I'm sure all medics and all kind of practitioners of all medical practitioners, they do follow the ethics that they're going to save anybody, irrespective of kind of where they're from. And so medics in war scenarios, I think that's interesting for people in Afghanistan or Iraq, wherever, they also will try and save, the opposition. They're not just going to save their own, people on their own side. That's the whole ethos of being a medic. So with TC and Topher, even if somebody doesn't have medical coverage or Obamacare, whatever the hell you want to call it, Medicare, they're still going to save them, and they'll think about it afterwards. And I think that's where a lot of the confrontation comes between their characters and kind of Ragosa higher up, because he's trying to follow a financial point of view. So